guys, Emerald Banker here, and today we're going to be playing some Empire Total War. And I'm going to show you how to win with a very underwhelming force against an overwhelming army of Redcoats in a wooden fort. First, switch to the defense. Second, become the French. B, swap out this junk, you don't need it. Just get one general so you don't get your general immediately killed when they come up the walls. Get a couple regulars. Get roughly, say, 5 regulars is about all you need, and give them about 4 levels of training. Now, what we lack in overall numbers will make up for in combat experience, because we're going to be giving the British a lot of that. Scrap their massive army here, give them a general, a lot of redcoats. Heck, even just because I feel like I could give them a couple cannons too, and even more redcoats. Now they have the overwhelming superior numbers as well as support artillery, whereas I have a few guys on a wall, and I've got 5 infantry regiments and the local fort commander, so let's do this. The only thing that can overwhelmingly affect this campaign is the fact that they may or may not use the cannons well, and whether or not the arc slope of the hills will cause those cannonballs to fly over the fortress. We English are good favoring armies and release us from the obligation of liking our friends. Oh boy. Well then. It'll take a couple moments, but this will be well worth it. I'm going to show you. Shut up, I know what I'm doing, old man. Now I will show you how to properly win this siege against the overwhelming British odds. First, you have cannons on your walls. Use them as effectively as possible. As well as stretch your men out so they actually fight and use all the cannons. And cover your sides as well so you're not immediately flanked. Take the walls, and then there's going to be more of them coming over this way, I project, so get on the walls here. And make sure they're not in defensive mode so they'll fire as much as they possibly can into those frickin' Brits. As well as we have a lot of training compared to them, because I did not give any of the Redcoats training. I gave myself a few troops with really good training, but I gave them a lot of troops in field artillery. Though I do have them on the wall, so vous avez mon ami. Let's go. Alright men, positions, fire! And as they slowly march through the field of death towards my fort, or as artillery rains from above. Oh crap, they figured out how to use the field artillery a lot faster than I'd hoped they would, but only one of those cannonballs actually hit the fort. A couple of them now, and this part's indestructible for some reason. It's God-given powered wood. It's been especially blessed by the French Pope in Avignon, as it is labeled as indestructible, for whatever reason. So let's hope the Baguette boys can hold down Fort... what should I call this fort? What's something innately French? Nah, I'll just call it Fort Louis. There's already enough of those. But you see what I mean? The arch slope just makes the cannonballs literally fly over the fort. And we have to do plunge bayonets, so we can put them on, but because they're going to be climbing up the walls, they're not going to put theirs on for whatever reason. So I'm hoping that the melee fighting will be in our favor because our men have better training. As well as that we can get a few good successful volleys off on them before they get them up the walls. And, like, that's only 2% damage to these walls. These things are not going to fall easily. So I'm not too worried about the walls being smashed under my troops. Oh, there we go. There's the first volley. Right into the English ranks. That was a devastating blow, taking out at least a squad of infantry, as well as they're not going to get point blank by cannons. despite having artillery support, they don't seem to know how to use it. And come on, men, reload quickly. I need you to fire another volley off. Ha ha! Ho ho! Ho ho ho! Wait, what? I just saw that thing blow up right in front of those two men, and they still aren't falling over. Those men have literally iron will. But they're running across the sides as I predicted. And they are getting annihilated. Though it seems more of them have gone over here than I anticipated. No matter. We'll still win. Heck, I can guarantee, yep, that regiment's already routing before they even got up the ladders, and they're about to get into a brutal melee fight. Come on, mess them up. And they're already going back down the ladders. Yep, whoa. Did he, like, these men don't have bayonets on, did he slit him in the throat with a frickin' the butt of his rifle, his musket? Like, how the heck did he do that? I'm a little confused. And the English are already routing back down the fort again. The tricky part is, however, it's not fighting the English horde, it's getting down the hill and then going after their field artillery without artillery support, because these men are the only people actually using the cannons. Alright, I think it's about time we give these men plunge bayonets, because they're gonna need them. These specific regiments, I want some of them to still use their muskets to fire, because, face it, they're gonna need them. But they're going to have a new combat style because the British never bothered to apply theirs. And I know the frame rate is laggy as all heck, but you can see that by the staggering amount of English casualties being sustained here, they are getting absolutely wrecked. Like, one French regiment is holding off against at least, I'm going to say, several British ones, just because I gave them a little bit of combat experience. I didn't even give them that much. They're only ranked up like 4 times. And the English are already routing back down the walls again as they slowly get beat up. Oh god. Yeah, this battle is not going well for England. See these men... Oh, I didn't give the right men the plunge bayonets. Oh, well, I guess we get to see that now. It's hard to see somewhat, but you can see the little knife formation at the end of their muskets, so... Yeah, they're gonna absolutely dominate these English now, so... No worries on that part. Oh, and the English are just nonchalantly shelling their walls while their men are still on them. Hashtag just British things. Alright, men, get your bayonets on. Alright, now that's a more cleaner loading footage of it because they're not directly engaged in combat while they're putting on the bayonets. But why are you running this way? I told you to go there. Come on, man. Go. And the British are routing down the fort again. Alright, yep, they got stuck on the walls and now they're panicking. Let's see some of the close-up. Let's get a close-up on that action right here. Yeah, knock him. Oh, that is so cheap. You knocked him in the knickers right there. Like, what the heck? Yeah, you ain't charging anywhere. You're going through other redcoats. And you're going back over the walls again. That's right, get them off the walls, lads. Get them out of here. Shut up, get out! And this is what the power of some French regulars can do, even against English redcoats. Wait, did I just see that men go flying through and then knock those guys over with bowling pins? I'm assuming that's the drummer is glitching through the other men on top of the walls in the sea of red. Yeah, this did not go well for them, I can say that as much. Okay, well, let's get these men off the walls so they don't get bombarded with cannonade, because even if I can get rid of all of their infantry, they're still going to try and rush again as they all run off the walls. And oh my god, there's just a pile here. Yeah, there is literally just a pile of redcoats. Like, they didn't even get past... Oh, I mean, some of them got past the stairs, but then the general messed them up. Oh, and we're all doing the famous French conga line right outside the fort, or with the officers and the flag, the color bearer in the front. But what are these guys? I ordered you to go outside the fort. What are you doing? I really don't understand. The Fort Louis held pretty well, I'd say. There's just a conga line. I see the English have decided to copy our conga line as they're running away. The English conga line all the way back to freaking Boston. As we just fan out here, because we need to get rid of those cannons and they're going to wreck the fort. Alright, men, get off the walls. I don't want them to fall down. How is that cannon still on the wall? I'm surprised that in the commotion someone didn't just immediately throw the cannon like how you throw a game of Monopoly. It's like, okay, I'm not gonna win this fort, I'm just gonna throw the cannon off the side of the fort. Meh. Oh wait, this regiment took so many casualties. They have half of the men they started with, roughly, but they got so much experience because they had to fight like 4 British regiments. Whoa! Okay, let's go deal with that, like, right now. Yeah, you guys go deal with that while I parade the men inside the fort for winning so well. And as they march off the walls so they don't get flattened, and they will now show you the legendary Spanish, well, no, not the Spanish square, just the standard square formation. Alright, man, I want you to do a parade for me inside the fort to celebrate our victory over the British, so make a square formation for me. Heck, I'll send you out too to go deal with the general. Against their 12-pounder cannons. You'll be fine, don't worry. And this is the famous French square. You can't get past it, because literally, they're everywhere. Like, you can't beat it. Like, who would have thought standing in a square would have been so formidable, but I guess I wouldn't know. I'm just wondering, is how many men did the general take out? Wait, what? Did one of the horses just kick the bucket? Like, I swear that was the sound of a dying horse right there. But we've surrounded the point with all our French men and an extra flag below our massive flag because we like to show we mean business. And these men are about to go bayonet charge into the artillery. I wonder how well this will go. Come on. They're just a few cannons. Whoa! Wait, that cannonball just took out one single person. That's pretty anticlimactic. Like, what are these things? Like, are they just shooting bowling balls at me? Like, that guy didn't even look like he died. He looked like he just got shot in the stomach really badly. Well, I mean, he's also floating somewhat off the ground, so I'm imagining the bowling ball's on his back. Yep, it is. It is. Someone make sure to go get his equipment later. Alright. Back when the white flag did not mean surrender, especially if you had those yellow golden arches on them. Oh! And again, their cannonballs are making our men defy the laws of physics. As we slowly melee the cannons. And we've now taken about an entire squad of field artillery for the French. We're gonna go put these on the fort next. If we can. Their transport's just abandoned. Like, this one chatty was like chasing down the field artillery transport. He's like, nah, screw it, they can go, they're cool. I really wouldn't describe standing on a wall and then bombarding people with cannons from 5 miles away as heroic, or just massacring people on the walls as heroic, but I digress. Let's just save that. As RIP Britain. Yeah, I gotta save that. Let's see, we took 121 losses of the 624 people we deployed to defend Fort Louis, and the English, out of their 1,620 men, lost 1,255, as well as half of their field artillery. Let's go check a look on the men over here. These men never sadly got to see combat because they're in a just file formation. They're in parade mode. Did we take the cannons over here? I think we did. Yeah, we did. They don't have them anymore, so we stole all the cannons, and they're running away in a conga line, in a disarrayed conga line. The British run away. And that, my friends, is how you win against the British, as the French, with barely any men, just some good training, and know-how, and cannons on your walls. That's all you need. That's all you need. That's all it takes to beat the French. We have won in La Guerre. at Mon Amis, and we will chase them all the way down to New York. But first we're gonna shop in Maine and actually build that nice fromagerie in the middle of the Ohio Valley. Because if we build things there, that's like England. You didn't even claim the land properly. You barely even built anything there. We did first, so finders keepers, and I think I proved that. So that's gonna be it for today, guys, and I'll see you in the next gameplay. Bye.